All right, so in this video, we're going to go over custom audiences. So what exactly are custom audiences? How can we create them? And how can we use them? And so custom audiences allows us to create audiences based on specific actions that individuals have taken or have not taken, and a lot of other types of metrics as well. And we're going to cover that in this particular video. So let's go ahead and pop up the create an audience here, and let's pull up the custom audience criteria and filters. And so what you'll notice here is that we can create custom audiences based on specific metrics or specific data points, right? So we can create an audience of people who have visited a website, visited a certain web page, a landing page. We can upload a customer list. Let's say that your particular client has a detailed list of their customers with their email address, their phone numbers, right? We can actually upload their data and be able to create a customized list based on that particular information. So this is what you would consider your particular source data, right? Because if people are landing on your website, if people are on your email list, or perhaps you have a list of cold prospects that you haven't reached out to, however, you want to upload them to Facebook so you can run ads to that particular list. This is your sources of data, right? And then we go down here. This is the actual Facebook data sources. So let's say we're running video ads and we want to create a custom audiences of individuals that are actually watching our video at a certain percentage, whether that be 50%, 75%, or all the way through. We can create custom audiences for those specific individuals based on those metrics there. And then we have the Instagram business profile. So this is where we can create an audience based on any kind of interaction with your Instagram profile. And then we go down here and we see the lead form. So let's say you're running lead ads and you have people that are actually landing on the lead form, but they're not submitting their information. And so this is where we can create custom audiences based on how individuals have interacted with the lead form ads, right? If they're falling one step short of actually filling out their information, maybe they opened it up and they didn't submit their information, we can target those particular individuals and be able to create custom audiences based on those actions. And then we have the events. Now, this is not something that you're going to be worried about because you're not going to be focused on creating events for your clients, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we have the Facebook page here. So this is great for when you have a Facebook page that has a lot of likes from the particular customer base, right? Where you can create an audience of everybody who has interacted with the Facebook page, that maybe likes the page, or any kind of action with the Facebook page. We can create an audience based off that. And these are typically very warm prospects because they already like the brand, right? They already have engaged with the Facebook page. So it's going to make it easier to convert because they already are familiar with the brand. And then we have the instant experience. This is something that's pretty brand new here. I wouldn't worry too much about this right here as well. So now let's go over here to websites. And so what you'll notice here is that we can create a very specific audience, and we can create these audiences based on when they last landed on that particular website or landing page. So let's go right here and let's say we want to target people who visited a specific landing page, okay? So let's say right here, let's go websites.com. Let's say dental implant. Whoops, website.com, dental implant, okay? Let's just say that right here is the dental implant landing page, right? And then we want to exclude people that actually took the offer. So those who actually took the offer and landed on the thank you page, we want to exclude those, right? So let's go to exclude people. And so we want to exclude people that visited a specific page. So this one right here would be websites.com and then dental implant and then thank you, okay? And so what we have here now is an audience that we're creating that has individual people, right, that landed on the landing page and did not submit their information, because we're excluding everybody that's actually landed on the thank you page, which tells us that they landed on that page because they submitted their information, right? So only those who have not yet submitted their information but landed on the landing page, right? And so here we can go 45, 60 days. Typically anywhere between 30 to 45 days is a good number. Anything past that, it's typically going to be much more difficult to convert those because it's been so long. So 30 to 45 days should be just fine. And then right here, we can put dental implant audience. So here we have dental implant audience, did not submit. And so we would go right here to create this audience. And so this would create an audience of those who landed on the landing page, right? They saw our ad, they clicked on the landing page for whatever reason, they got busy, they got distracted, they were not able to submit their information. And so now we want to hit them again to show them another ad and say, hey, we noticed that you're interested in dental implants. Looks like you landed on the landing page and you forgot to submit your information, right? Something along those lines where you're reminding them of the fact that they landed on that page and they didn't go all the way through and submit their information, right? So we'd go right here, create audience, and then we can start running ads to these individuals, okay? So now let's go back. Now let's go to the customer list here. And this is where we can create a custom list based on our own customer information. So if your client has a customer list of all their patients, of all their different customers, clients, whatever that may be, we can go ahead and upload that particular list here and then be able to create a custom audience based off this. And one thing to keep in mind here is that the bigger the list, the better. Facebook loves data, and the more data, the more information that they can get, the easier for them it is to create these audiences, right? Because they'll have more data to work with. So when you're preparing your list, you have to have one of these main identifiers, at least one. So you need to have at least an email, phone number, you need to have either a first name or last name, or any of these other areas here. I would recommend having the email, having the first and last name. If you can get a phone number, that's great. However, just one of these should be just fine. Include more identifiers here. So if you can have like the actual address of the individual with the city, the state, the zip code, if you can get more information as far as their age, date of birth, gender, right? The more data, the better for Facebook to go out and find these individuals, and then also similar individuals as well. And so here we can add customer value. So this is where if you want to add how much a customer is worth, right? We can go ahead and include that information in there as well. And so right here, what you can do is download a list template to give you an idea of how to structure the Excel file so that you'll be able to upload the information correctly to Facebook, okay? So let's go to next here. So we'll put no for this one here. And if you're setting up a brand new custom audience and you've never done it before, then they're going to ask you to accept the terms here. And so here you would go ahead and upload the file. You would name the audience. Again here, if you download this list template here, they're going to show you exactly how the data should be formatted so that Facebook can accurately read that information, right? And so then we would follow the next steps and we would be able to create this customer list audience. So let's go to cancel here. Let's go back over here. Let's go to custom audience. So now let's go down here and let's create an audience based on our video view. So this is a great way to be able to build brand awareness where you have a video and then you are retargeting individuals that have watched the video a percentage of the way through. Now, as far as the days in the past, you want to go anywhere between 30 to 45 days. Ideally 30, so that it's fresh as possible to that individual. And then here you'll notice that we can create custom audiences based on the level as far as a percentage that they've watched the video. And the best ones are going to be 50%, 75, and then 95% through, because just think about it, right? If somebody watches a video 50%, 75, and 95, they're obviously interested enough in the product, in the service, in the business, in the brand to watch that video that long. And so they're more likely to purchase, become a lead, or to get them to take an action that we're wanting them to take, right? Because they are already familiar with us. They've watched this video a certain percentage through. Obviously, you don't want to create audiences for these over here, because when somebody's watching a video for 10 seconds, 25%, they're not very interested, versus those who obviously have watched it at least 50% are going to be. So let's go right here and let's go to 75% here. And here is where you would select a certain video. You can select multiple videos. However, I would recommend that you only select one video and that you create an audience based on the percentage of those individual views. And typically what you want to do is you want to wait until you get about 1,000 views, or anywhere between 900 to 1,000 views, and then create these audiences, because that gives Facebook enough data. Okay, so wait until you get about 900 to 1,000 views before you create these custom audiences for video views. So we're creating an audience here for a specific video where people have watched it 75% of the way through, and we want to target those who have watched that video in the past 30 days. And here's where we would name this audience. So let's just say dental implant audience 75% video views. And so now the only thing that we need to do is add a video here. I'm not going to go through that. It's very simple. You get to go to choose videos, and Facebook will pull up the different videos that you have on your page, on your ad accounts that you can pull up, and then you'll be able to add that there and then be able to create that audience there. Okay, so that's how you can create custom audiences based on video views. So let's go back over here. And so now let's go ahead and create an audience based on the Instagram business profile. Let's say that we wanted to create an audience here based on people who have interacted with our Instagram page. So let's say I want to create an audience here of anybody who's engaged with any post or any ad. Okay, so we'll go like this, and then let's say for the last 30 days. And then same thing here, if we want to exclude people who have let's say gone to our website and submitted their information, right? We want to exclude people that have gone to our website and gone to like a landing page or submitted their information. And so what we can do here is let's go down here and create a custom audience based on anybody who has visited the business profile, okay, in the past 30 days. And then let's say that we want to exclude anybody who has actually interacted with any kind of post, any kind of ad. And so we'll exclude those people. And so now basically what we're doing is we're creating an audience of those individuals that have visited our profile but haven't had any type of interaction with us, okay? And so we can create a custom audience here and name this, let's say Instagram no post or ad engagement, okay? We can go like this, and then we can go here to create this audience. And so now let's go back. And so that's how you create an audience from the Instagram profile, right? And so let's say now we want to create a audience based on the lead form, okay? And so if we go right here, we can see that we can create an audience based on anybody who has opened the form, right? That's very broad. We want to get more specific. So we can then create an audience based on those who opened the form but did not submit their information, and then those who have opened the form and submitted their information. Maybe we want to present a different offer to these guys versus these who did not actually take the action, right? So let's go here, people who opened but did not submit the form. Past 30 days, and then we can go and exclude this further and say for the past 30 days, we want to exclude people that have opened and submitted the form, right? And then we would go ahead and create this audience. Now, the reason why it's not letting me create this audience is because we have to select specific forms here, right? So you would pull this up here and actually select the right type of form that you want to create this audience from, because obviously if you're running different offers to different audiences, you'll have each individual lead form that you can create the audiences from. So make sure that you're selecting the right lead forms here, and you should be able to go ahead and create this audience. Let's go ahead now and create an audience based on the Facebook page. So now what we can do here is we can create an audience based on any type of engagement interaction with the Facebook page. So let's go back to 30 days, and we can create custom audiences based on these key metrics. So anyone who has visited the Facebook page, anybody who's engaged with any kind of post or ad, anybody that has clicked on any of the call to action buttons, people who have just sent a message to the page, or anybody who has saved the page or any post, right? So very specific data here. Let's go ahead and create an audience here of anybody who has visited the page, okay? And then we want to exclude anybody who has, let's go over here and put 30, anybody who has engaged with any type of post or ad, okay? So we want anybody that has visited the page, and we want to exclude anybody who has already engaged with us. So we want to essentially create an audience of people who haven't engaged, okay? And we can even break this down even further. Let's say we want to break this down to, we want to make sure that we're excluding people who have clicked anything here, right? Who have sent us a message, who have had any kind of interaction, right? Maybe we want to exclude those as well, okay? So we can do that as well here. So we can get very specific. So let's go 30 days as well. And then let's name this no engagement, okay? And then we would be good to go. So let's go back now. And so we've covered all of these different areas as far as the most important ones that are going to be the most important for us, right? Which is our sources here, the website, the customer list, coming down here with the Facebook sources, the video views, the Instagram profile, the lead forms, and the Facebook page. And so that's going to be here for custom audiences, and we'll see you on the next one.